How you doing? Hope you're well. So I've decided to walk the entire length of the Norfolk Coast Path. That's my plan anyway. So I don't know if you saw, anyone who saw my video I did at Sheringham the other day, I got a little taste of the Norfolk Coast Path. It was a small taste, but I loved it. And I decided to look further into it. I decided to look, where does it start, where does it finish, etc. And apparently it starts at the Lincolnshire border at a place called Sutton Bridge. And it ends in a place called Hopton-on-Sea, which is very close to the Suffolk border. So I'm going to do it the other way round. As with most things with me, I don't do it how it should possibly be done. So I'm going to do it the other way round because Hopton-on-Sea is closer to me. I'm going to start it there and break the walk up into sections, and then just do it as and when because of work commitments and stuff. So I'm not going to be able to do as many walks a week as I'd like to do, but I'd like to try and do 2 or 3 if I could, and break the journey down, because the overall journey, I've looked at it, it's 112 miles apparently, so it's a lot of miles, but obviously break it up into sections. But I actually did the first section earlier today, so I'm going to put this video at the start of that video. And I did the first video today. It went okay. It was more windy than I wanted it to be because there's a strong northerly wind blowing today, so not ideal. I was walking directly into it, but it is what it is. Plus the battery ran out on the camera. I walked quite far. I didn't get as far as I wanted to because of the battery, but I wanted to walk to the promenade in Yarmouth, but I ended up getting to the new bridge, the Herring Bridge, but that's not too bad. So next time I need to take out a charger with me. I took it out today, but it was flat. Didn't realise it was flat, so schoolboy error, but there you go. So hopefully next time when the camera starts looking like it's gonna thingy, then I'll plug it in hopefully. So hopefully the next video will be longer than today's one, but I still did quite well today, I think. So and there's no particular reason why I'm doing it. You know, most people do long walks like that, marathons, walking the country and things. They do it for charity or to raise awareness. I'm just doing it. I just want to do it, but so that's my plan anyway, to walk the Norfolk Coast Path from Hopton-on-Sea, which is very close to the Suffolk border, all the way round to the Lincolnshire border at Sutton Bridge. The old part of the path I think used to finish at Hunstanton. I don't know, but I want to walk past Hunstanton, keep walking, get all the way to the Lincolnshire border. So that's the plan. You're welcome to join me in the installments I put on YouTube, all the videos, the updates I put on. But there should be one going on. This one I did today. Hopefully I'll put that on tomorrow or something. But I started the journey on August the 10th, about midday it was. I sat on a bench looking over the sea. I looked at the time on my phone. It said 12 o'clock bang on, so midday. So I started the journey about 12:05 on the 10th of August, and have to see how we go, but I don't know how long it will take me, but that's the plan anyway. I want to walk the entire length of that, and hopefully get some lovely scenery on the way. I'm sure it won't be plain sailing. I'm sure there'll be humps and bumps in the road, but there you go, that's the way it is. I started that today, and hopefully tomorrow, what's that noise? Hopefully tomorrow, or no, not tomorrow, hopefully Wednesday I can do another video, but see what happens. But so that's the plan anyway. So hopefully you'll join me along the way, along the Norfolk Coastal Path. See you later. this video, hopefully I'm going to walk from here to possibly Great Yarmouth seafront. I don't know, see how we get on, but I'll flip the camera and just show you where I am. So here we go. So that back there, that is Beach Road. Over there, that is the Potter's Holiday Resort. You might have heard of that in Hopton-on-Sea. So this way, this actually says there, it's the King Charles III England Coast Path. That just says England Coast Path. Over here, this is where I know the coast, the Norfolk Coast Path starts, because look, this is where it says it ends anyway. But I'm actually going to start here. I don't know if you can see that, it's very dark. Let's come go this way. Right, so there, this is the start of it. Norfolk Coast Path. It says Cromer is 37 miles away, Hunstanton is 84 miles away. So that's a long old way. But so we're going to start here. I don't know if you can see the sign better here. That's better. Right, mate. Yeah, you should be able to see it better there. Right, so this is where I'm starting from, even though it says this is where it ends. And I'm going to walk from here, hopefully, to the promenade at Great Yarmouth, but we'll see how we get on. It is very windy today. We've got a north wind blowing, so basically that is going to be blowing against us the whole time. So if it's too annoying, as I've said before on other videos, if it's too annoying on the mic, what I'll do is just add some music over certain parts of it, but we'll just see how we get on. So yeah, this is where I'm starting from, Hopton-on-Sea, and I plan to walk all the way to the Lincolnshire border, which will be many videos time hopefully, but today's section is from Hopton to Great Yarmouth seafront. Let's go. That's the other way, that's towards the Suffolk border. We're going to go this way. The start of a very long walk. Yeah, just going past the caravan site here on the left. They've got a lovely view. The ones on the front have anyway. So, weather conditions, it's a bit, like I say, it's windy today, a bit cloudy at the moment, but I think it's going to clear up later. Hopefully the old sun will come out. Let's have a little look at the sea. That's where we're heading, up that way, where you can see the harbour hopefully in the background. Quite a long old walk, but I'm not in any rush. just saw a seal out there. Pop his head up. Lovely. All right, let's carry on. I suppose you could go down the beach bit, but I'm going to walk up here on the path. So, Hopton-on-Sea is where I begin. I'd like to do this a lot of video, possibly every other day if I can, I don't know, but because of work commitments I won't be able to do it as often as I want to do it. But see how we go. suppose you could go down this path onto the beach, but I'm going to stay on this path here along the cliff top. Yeah, I think that sun will come out soon. See blue sky over there. Right there. I'll tell you what gave me the idea to do this massive walk. I went to Sheringham last week. I don't know if anyone's watched that video, and I went on that path, the coastal path, just for a little way. It was so nice, it made me think I want to do the whole walk. Lovely views. Look better when the old sun comes out. Luscious. Right, so the path goes down to the beach now. That's the only way to do it. So it means quite a bit of walking on the sand. So this bit will probably be slower till I get to the promenade bit at Galston. But it is what it is. Sign there, so it says Norfolk Coastal Path, right and left along the beach. It does say an alternative route, but I want to stick to the traditional route, which is along the beach, I believe. rocky. At least we'll get to see some nice cliffs as we go along the beach bit here. Yeah, looks quite recent that on there. A recent fall possibly. Driftwood, isn't it? Lovely jubbly. The old sun's trying to come out. Yeah, so like I was saying, hopefully you can hear me over the noise, wind and such. But when I walked on that bit at Sheringham last week, that just made me want to do the whole walk. And I know that seems a bit extreme, but yeah, I just thought, why not, you know, something to do. And well, I guess when people do long, massive marathons or whatever, sometimes or most of the time they usually do it to raise money for something or whatever. But I didn't think of that. I just thought it's something I want to do. So it's just, yeah, something I want to do. Something I can say that I've achieved, hopefully, once if I complete it. But apparently, I think I did read that it's 112 miles. So that's a long old way. but you know, like I say, I want to break it up into sections. Probably this section will probably be about, I don't know, 3 miles long, maybe 4 miles possibly, I don't know. Yeah, so this is the bit that's slow because it's quite thick sand here. It's not compacted, so it's going to be a bit slower on this bit. I'll stick close to this bit, it might not be as windy. Windy. So I started walking just after midday today, and today is the 10th of August 2026. So yeah, the journey has begun. 10th of August 2026, just after midday. See if I can complete it in well, it takes as long as it takes, but I'd like to do a video, possibly I'd like to do about 2 of these videos a week. 3 would be a bonus. So going at that rate, well, it's going to be a couple of months, I would have thought. Maybe longer, don't know. I'm not that good at maths. Yeah, see what happens. Half-hour video already. So these videos are going to be very long, probably at least an hour and a half long each, I would have thought. Don't know. Do you reckon I've done a mile yet? One down, 111 to go. Possibly. Ah, that's better. You can see a normal path. Norfolk Coast Path. I am still here, by the way. I'm just not saying much because it's too windy. There's no real point, but hopefully you could hear that bit. But if this wind calms down, I will talk more. The old sun has come out. Lovely. Lovely beach at Galston, beautiful. Really wide as well. Don't know if you can see me. What I plan to do is get a quick drink. There's some public toilets here, little quick bathroom break, and I'll start recording again in a bit. You probably can't see me actually. There you go. Yeah, so I'll start recording again in a bit. So it's God, that wind is so strong. So yeah, quick drink, possibly an ice cream, and quick bathroom break, and then back filming again. But I'm basically just coming up to the harbour, so I'm still walking along the promenade bit. There's a lot of people around, so I don't like filming when there's a lot of people about generally. I'll show you, hang on. I'm back in that little, I'll show you, hang on. This is where I am. So the path is just there. The path is that bit there, that's what I'm going to go back on in a minute. The public toilets are just round the corner. So this is back to the path. The public toilets are just around here. Going to get a quick drink and that, and then I'll pick up the path again in a little while. Right, I'm back after my quick pit stop. That wind is still very strong. So yeah, I'm back after my quick pit stop. I just I said I'd get a drink and an ice cream. In a way, I did, but it was actually a pint of Guinness, so it was a drink and there was cream on top. So yeah, there you go. I went in that pier pub, so I'll flip the camera, I'll show you. So there's the pub where I just went. That's the walkway, that's where I was, and the bandstand bit is just around the corner there. So yep, that is part of the coastal path here. Comes along here past the pier pub where I just went for my little pit stop, and then back to the path. Let's go. It's this way. There goes me hat. That's why I had my hat on backwards, because the wind's so strong. Got to do it American style. Right, so yeah, this is the coastal path still. The thing is, when I looked at this path, the Norfolk Coast Path, this is possibly, well, I'm hoping, the most confusing part, because there's the lighthouse coming up there. Can you see that lighthouse there? Something nice to see. Yeah, so this is possibly the most confusing part, because it's sort of a mixture of path, cliff-top path, beach and roadway, and you'll see it in a minute, because we've got to walk now, and we'll go along the river Yar. This is the river Yar here. I'll try and talk to you again for a minute, hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, so there's the lighthouse on the left here, and this is the mouth of the river Yar on the right. And like I say, this is the most confusing part of the pathway, really, because you got to walk roadway, beach, path, a few different ways. But I'll show you in a sec. But hopefully you can see the old. We'll have a look at the lighthouse behind me in a second. But yeah, so this is a bits and pieces really, because like I say, yeah, beach, cliff tops, roadway, walk along the river, then I'm going to have to walk over the bridge because it goes through, you'll see in a minute, it goes through Galston along the river. Then we've got to go over the new bridge, The new bridge in Great Yarmouth is called the Herring Bridge. We've got to walk over that, then we'll head towards the seafront at the promenade, and then the promenade, that's where we pick up the coast path again, Norfolk Coast Path. So it's a bit confusing, but it is what it is. But hang on, we'll have a look at the lighthouse now. There you go. There's the lighthouse. Probably see it better from the other side, but I ain't going round there. But so we go up this way. We don't want to walk along the pavement. We're going up this little ramp. Go. There's the map. There's the mouth of the river that I was talking about over there, and this is the River Yarmouth. Down here, back round this way. Obviously, so the coastal path gets affected by the harbour, and we have to walk along the river till we get to the first bridge, then we can cross over that bridge, if you know what I mean. Oh mate, yeah, so we've got to go to the Herring Bridge, which is quite a bit of a walk up here. Wow, the wind's calmed down for a second. Nope, it's back again. Right, so like I say, this bit, it's a bit bits and pieces really, because as I say, one minute we're on the beach, next minute we're back on the path, and then we're on the road. But yeah, it is a bit. So we follow this bit along here. Over there on the right, we go up them stairs in a minute. Up these stairs. Right, so this is part of the Norfolk Coastal Path along here. Hopefully when I do some more videos it won't be as windy, but we never know. Today though is particularly windy, and it's quite odd because the last several days have been absolutely boiling hot, wind coming from the south. Today, when I want to start my filming, wind comes in strong from the north, which seemed a bit odd, but there you go. And it is what it is. We've got to get used to it, I guess, because some of the sections I'm going to walk, hopefully going to walk on this whole journey, it's going to be quite wild. The conditions will probably be quite wild, even though I'm doing it sort of late summer. It's I can imagine the weather's going to be quite dodgy some days, but you know, that's all part of it. Look over the wall. relentless wind. So yep, this is still part of the Norfolk Coast Path. I'll walk this bit up here and then it comes to like a little gate across the path, then we have to go back onto the road again. So like I say, it is a bit bits and pieces this part, but once we get past, too windy. I'll speak again when I can. We go round here. That's where we've just walked from. God, how much better is that when the wind's behind me? It's just constant. Perhaps I should have picked a different day to start. But there you go. Yep, so we're back on the roadway again. On the road again. Yeah, I've checked it on the map. This is where you are actually supposed to go. That's the. If it may look like on the video, if it looks like I've gone the wrong way, this is actually where you've got to go, because it says once you get to that pier pub, you've got to go, just follow the river basically, which is what I'm doing, following the river. Loading up a boat over there, look, with whatever he's tipping in there. Yeah, so it just says follow the river, which is what I'm doing, and then up here we've got to sort of go up a slope to see, well, you'll see it in a minute anyway, and then we go back along the main road, and then we head towards that bridge that I was talking about, Herring Bridge. Head towards there. Then we cross over that bridge, then we're heading towards the promenade and Yarmouth seafront. Unloading the boat over there, look, loading up a lorry. Right, we've got to go up here. This is where I was talking about, where we go up. It says Norfolk Coast Path that way, and also this way. So we'll go through here, up there. From what I can see on this camera, looks like I'm probably going to run out of battery soon, so excellent. I did bring a charger pack, so I thought I'm being prepared, but the charger pack is flat, so I can't use that. So basically, when this battery runs out, I'll have to remember where we was. Williamson's Lookout. Yeah, when the battery runs out, I'll have to start filming again from that point in the next video. Right, showing it along here, Coastal Path. By the looks of the battery percentage, I'll probably be lucky to make it to the Heron Bridge, but that would be a good point. If I could last until it got to the Heron Bridge, that would be a good point to start filming again. I think it's down here we've got to walk. Basically get to the bridge, that's where we've got to go. I'm going to go down this way, or we can go along the main road. I'm going to go along the main road. No, actually, let's go down here. I'm going to go down this way. That's closer, sticking closer to the river. That's what it said. Stick close to the river. Cross over one of the bridges, which is the first bridge I come to, is the Heron Bridge. I'm going to cross over that and then head to the promenade, but we ain't going to get that today because the old battery, the battery. So yeah, along here again. A bit dodge my lodge here really, isn't it? I suppose that's why I should have stayed up there. No, let's go back up there. I don't like the look of that, there's no path there. So we'll go back up here. Back to that road again. That looks safer to go along here. All heads to the same place anyway. See what I mean about bits and pieces, this part of the path. Bit of a joke really, but it's the only way to do it. From what I can see, there's no proper path until we get to near the bridge from here. Oh no, we've got... Right, so that's where I just was, where I said I don't like the look of that road. Down there, so you could walk up there, but I wouldn't recommend it. There's no pathway at all. I went up them steps and went to that road. And along here. Hi mate. Very industrial around here, big time. Yeah, so this bit is literally, well, is what it is, but obviously back there where I started at the Hopton part, you've got lovely scenery there, and then along the promenade at Galston, really nice. But this bit, I'm purely doing it just for the video purposes, to show you how you connect that part of Galston to the Great Yarmouth seafront. It's not exactly much to look at around here because, like I say, this bit's very industrial, but you know, there might be something of interest. But that new bridge, I want to look at that new bridge in a minute, and we're coming up to it in a second. There's the Heron Bridge, the new bridge. Well, been there a little while now, but it's the newest bridge. Yarmouth, welcome to Great Yarmouth. There's the old gasworks over there in the background, that's having work done. All scaffolding up on that. But here's the new bridge. Marvellous. We've got to go up these stairs here. Quick look under the bridge downtown. Here it is. So yeah, if the old battery goes, which it looks like it's going to, this ain't a bad place to start filming again on the next vid. Actually, I will try and end it here. So yeah, that's that first little segment. In the next video I'll start again at the bottom of these steps